How's it going? Alex Terry with Apex-Fitness.com. Today we're going to go over proper warm-up. In the past, people have traditionally done static stretches, which is you hold the position to stretch a muscle. Now when we do that, the muscles aren't warmed up usually, and it's not good to statically stretch a muscle that's not warmed up. So you're always going to want to make sure that your core temperature is elevated before you hold a static stretch. And usually now, if we're going to do a static stretch, it should only be a muscle that's kind of that you're addressing because it's hypertonic or tight. Usually the hip flexors, that's a good point right there. If the chest is tight, then yes, you can go ahead and spend some time doing a static stretch with that. Usually followed up with some form of myofascial release or foam rolling. But the best type of warm-up is going to be an active dynamic warm-up. And that's going to promote movement throughout the kinetic chain. It's going to elevate core temperature. It's going to increase blood circulation. It's going to promote muscle contractility and synovial fluid. Okay, so my favorite warm-up set here, we're going to go ahead and get started with this. Each of these should be done for about 30 seconds. And we're going to start this off with a military march. So when we start, the back should be tall. We're going to want to press the core muscles. And we're going to keep our legs perfectly straight. The leg you're standing on should bend, and the leg you're lifting should bend. The arms are going to reach nice and high, front and back. And we're only going to stick with our legs going as high as we can before knee wants to bend or before the spine wants to round out. All right, we'll follow the military march with a high-low swing. So once again, we're going to tighten the core, bring the spine up tall. We're going to bring the thumbs back, arms stay high. Don't cross it down low. Keep them going up nice and high. And really address the open stretch right here. A lot of people end up becoming tight when they're typing on computers or driving trucks. So if we keep our shoulders open, we're going to move better. Now we're going to integrate a lower cross tap here. So with the arms, we're getting horizontal abduction and adduction, internal and external rotation through the shoulders. That's promoting synovial fluid through there. And now for the hips, we're going to get an adduction and an internal rotation. So we're promoting some flexibility and movement through the hips here also. So exhale there, breathe in there. Great. Once again, about 30 seconds on that. We're going to go for a torso twist next. So we'll place our hands by our temples. We're going to create some tension between the shoulder blades. And then we're just going to start to rotate. We won't punch down, the spine will stay tall throughout all of this. We'll exhale as we twist. Now what's going to happen is you're going to end up moving these elbows. We don't want to do that. Always concentrate on keeping the elbows as wide open as you can and make sure the sternum is rotating across the hip. We're looking for trunk flexibility here. Alright, so we're going to follow this up with a scarecrow. Now once again, the shoulder is the most unstable joint in the body, so we really want to get the synovial fluid to move throughout here. There's two types. One's going to promote movement, and the other's going to help clear out any type of debris or impurities that could be in that shoulder capsule. So we'll just rotate up. And now we're going to bring the legs into this also. So on this, what we're going to try to do is we're going to try to bring our heel to our butt, and we don't want to bring the knee up like that. We want to actually bring the knee behind you. Perfect. And we want to make sure that we keep the knees close together on this also. All right, we'll follow the scarecrow up with a lunge. So hands up. We'll lower the weight on the right heel and push back. So we'll breathe in there and breathe out, coming back. Once again, the core muscles should be tight. The spine should be nice and straight. And we'll go for about 30 seconds on this. Make sure the knee doesn't wobble in or out. We want to have a good, nice, steady base for this. All right, great. Okay, following that, we're going to go for modified jumping jacks. So we're going to use this instead of regular jumping jacks because it's a great job. It does a great job of working the obliques and also the gluteal muscles as we push left to right. Now, if we want to make this a little bit more difficult, we'll step out a little bit wider and we'll pick up our pace. So the less floor contact time, the better. This is also doing a really great job of getting the heart rate up. There we go. Good left to right movement. Okay, so we're going to close this all up with some ankle circles. So we'll pick up our knee nice and tall. We're going to go for 10 circles as big as you can. Make sure you get the biggest range of motion you can out of that ankle. So it'll be 10 in and then 10 out. So we develop mobility here, which can definitely help out with any knee or hip issues if you're limited on your ankle mobility. And we're going to develop strength and stability in the leg that you're standing on. And these are all important when it comes down to sports. We always want to take care of every muscle and joint that we can, from the kinetic chain down and up. That looks great. That looks great. All right.